greatest cause of atheism in the world today is Christians who acknowledge Jesus with their lips, but then walk out the door and dishonor him with their lifestyle. That is what an unbelieving world simply finds unbelievable. I heard a story about a pastor who was on his way to church one Sunday morning, and as he was driving, one of his back tires blew out. He pulled off to the side of the highway and got out and began to change out with his spare tire in his trunk. A little bit later, as a lug nut rolled out into the middle of the highway, he instinctively went over to retrieve it, not realizing that a 40-ton semi-truck was headed right for him. All of a sudden, he looks up to only see headlights, and he is struck by this very large semi-truck. About 25 minutes later, he walks into the door of his church, and he stands up in the pulpit and begins to explain why he was late that morning. Visibly unscathed, he explains that he was struck by a 40-ton semi-truck. Many in the audience began to feel and even exclaim in one way or another that he was either hallucinating, he imagined it, or he was going crazy, because there was no visible evidence that he had been hit by a 40-ton semi-truck. Such is how it should be in our lives. No, I don't wish that you would get hit by a 40-ton truck. But if we were hit by something that powerful, there is going to be evidence in our lives to show that we are different, that we are permanently changed if we're hit by something that large. But then God moves in, and some people think that I'm just going to go on about my life. No, something needs to change. Something has to change. And no, please don't hear me wrong. I'm not a legalist. I'm not somebody who feels that we have the ability to be perfect. But I also do believe that if the Holy Spirit indwells, there will be evidence to show that he indwells. And there will be a continual fight and a process in working out the sanctification that the Holy Spirit desires in each of us as children of God. I believe it's Romans 12:2 states, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed," going from the old to the new, by the renewing of your minds. This is how we are transformed. The inner man or the inner woman is transformed inside, and that reflects to the outside. That is how any of us learn, period, on any level. Transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. When we allow God to transform us, we can transform the culture around us. When we allow God to transform us, people will be able to see the difference in our lives. Look inside and ask God to purify or purge anything out of you or your lifestyle currently that would be a hindering block for people to see the power of God in your life, and for you to live wholeheartedly in the joys and the will of God. Love y'all.